Welcome to Brew Crime, the podcast where we drink brews, talk crime, conspiracies, or whatever catches our attention. This is Mike and my co-host.
JT, hello.
Hello.
Hello,
How are
sir, and
you?
hello, brewers, also known as the people who listen.
Yes. As long as you're not a fan of the Brewers.
Right. Well, there goes all five people, Mike. All of
I
them.
don't even know where the Brewers are, so I just know they're like, is it baseball, right?
Milwaukee. And I don't think that that's a
Ah,
huge market for us. So,
I'll have to dig into our numbers. If you're from Milwaukee, please tell me to fuck off.
get in touch with us to let us know to fuck off.
Exactly. Just me. I said it, not him, not
Because
JT.
all interaction is still interaction.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, man. How are you doing?
Oh, not too bad. It's a nice evening.
Yeah.
So that's good. My wife is off at the Ed Sheeran concert, so that's wonderful for her.
Oh, man. Well, I guess she's learning that she loves the shape of you.
Is that one of his songs? I don't know.
Yeah, that's all I know.
I know that he is a very talented musician, and I don't like that style of music.
That's fair. All of
I
that's
mean,
fair. He is very
I'm
talented.
I'm I'm very excited to finally hear the collaboration that he is working on with Cradle of Filth.
Wait. Whoa, 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 whoa. Take that back a couple of steps here. First, what? And second, how the hell did that come to be? Because that's amazing.
I think they're both kind of from the same sort of area of England, and yeah, they're doing a charity song with Ed Sheeran.
Well, look at you, Cradle of Filth. You've really come a far way since I last heard your name in 2004. Well done.
Oh, I've seen them live a couple times since then.
I don't know. Man, I don't remember listening to them once or twice for sure. I don't think I really got into them too much, but not to say that I wouldn't in the future.
Especially with Ed Sheeran.
He is not the linchpin in that formula,
No,
friend.
no. All right. Well, we're not here to talk about Ed Sheeran or Cradle of Filth or music in general.
No, no, not at all. Actually, we're not even here tonight to really talk about crime,
As much, no, not really.
but you know, Mike ended up going to a festival, which you may have heard of on the last episode, and apparently the paranormal side of it really tickled his fancy. That's my reasoning for why we did this and why you wrote it in June.
Yeah, exactly. We were actually, this is going to be haunted theme parks, and this is originally going to be a collaboration with another podcast, but they haven't really produced anything in quite a while, and they've kind of gone radio silent for the most part on social media. So we just said screw it, and we're doing it now.
And boy, did we do it. Well, I suppose we should hop in, huh?
Let's hop.
Well, let's sock hop. Did you ever have a sock hop
I don't
in
even know what
school?
that is.
Oh, okay. It's like a dance, but yeah.
We had dances.
All right. So true. So my pairing is the New Realm Brewing Company's Tropic Dream, and Tropic Dream is a fruited wheat ale. It's 5%, but it's been brewed with passion fruit, blood orange, and guava. And it's
Ooh.
like, yeah, the fruit's like it's a prominent flavor. It's got a tartness, smooth finish, and it's refreshing. And I can't wait to actually open it and drink it because I already have another beer open.
But you said passion fruit, orange, and guava, right?
Passion fruit.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, passion fruit, orange, and guava.
Yeah, so pog juice.
Yes, pog
Yum,
juice.
yum,
Yep.
yum, 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 yum.
That's what they called it.
They
That's
make
what
some good beers with those. That grouping of fruit is wonderful together.
I will definitely be there probably before my side of this episode is over. All right. So I came up with this title in about 30 seconds. And I'm calling it Dissecting Disney's Doppelgangers.
Ooh.
Well, Disney, there's a lot of stuff about Disney. You could get into a lot of different things about Disney.
Yes.
but there are stories. And so I kind of want to talk a little bit about very briefly about Disney itself, and then kind of move straight on into kind of some of the rides, what things are seen, and kind of if there's any explanations of that, as well as get into Disney himself being in the park. So Disney World, for those of you who live under a rock like Patrick from SpongeBob, is located in Orlando, Florida. It's a magical destination, and it's known for its
It
enchanting
is.
theme parks, thrilling rides, and captivating entertainment. But beneath the surface, there have been persistent rumors and reports of supernatural occurrences and hauntings throughout the parks. And this, we're going to delve into that.
Ooh.
So, Disney World was officially opened in 1971, and it is a huge complex that encompasses four major theme parks: Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Disney's Hollywood Studios, and Disney's Animal Kingdom. The construction of the park involved extensive land development, including the clearing of swamps and forests. And, there's a ton of history with that, along with the presence of relocated buildings and artifacts. So they found things while they were doing this, but it sets the stage for possible ghostly encounters. Now, when I say sprawling, I mean that this this resort, all of it, spans 25,000 acres.
Yeah, it's ginormous.
It's roughly the size of San Francisco.
Yeah, it's crazy. And there's a world underneath it too.
Oh, I'm gonna get there.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So, not only does it have the four theme parks, it also has two water parks, over 30 hotels and resorts, golf courses, and other recreational areas. Now, like Mike had just said, I have to share one of the coolest things about Disney World. Not everyone knows about it, but it's kind of better known now thanks to documentaries and stuff. But beneath the facade of the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World Resort lies a world of engineering ingenuity and the operational efficiency known as utilidors. Now, these underground tunnels, more formally referred to as the utilidor system, serve as basically a huge network of passages, corridors, and functional spaces that facilitate the seamless operation of the park while preserving the illusion of magic for the visitors above. Now, the idea behind this system originated from Walt Disney's desire to maintain the enchantment of the park while efficiently managing the behind the scenes logistics required to run this massive complex. I mean, when you see all of Disney, right, what you see is the second floor.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically
Absolutely.
Magic Kingdom, right? It's the second floor. So they dug in, they cleared swamp and trees and all that bullshit. They dug in, they built the first part, which is the utilidor system, and then on top of that is, so you never see trash being carted around. You never see characters out of the wrong places, right? Because they all have certain locations where they go down under, and that's where they have literally costume rooms, changing rooms, bathrooms, refuse, all of that's all there. It's huge. It's absolutely
Mm-hmm.
ginormous. Look it up online if you haven't seen pictures. But that's not entirely why we're here. Um, so Disney World's haunted reputation is often fueled by urban legends and tales passed down among employees and visitors. And these stories often revolve around specific locations within the parks, such as the Haunted Mansion attraction, Pirates of the Caribbean ride, Tower of Terror. Ghostly apparitions, strange sounds, and unexplained occurrences have become part of the lore surrounding these iconic attractions. So, first up's the Haunted Mansion. And that's one of my favorite it's one of my favorite things at Disney. You've
Pretty
been to Disney,
cool.
right?
I have been to Disney World. We had to escape from Hurricane Irma. And
Oh
then as a
no.
little child, we went to Disneyland. We were supposed to go to Disneyland in 2020.
Oh yeah, that ended. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that didn't. We were supposed to be there like the day after lockdown started. So, yeah.
So were you at Disney? You were at Disney World as an adult, yes?
Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Do you
Hurricane
remember like
Irma
the
was.
stuff you liked?
Yeah, I really enjoyed the Avatar land that opened up.
Oh, you caught that.
Yeah, it was like the first year, 2017. Yeah.
Yeah, it was 2 years after Carrie and I went for our honeymoon.
Nice.
Yeah. But I will say this, the prices, The only reason we could go there on our honeymoon was because we knew people who worked at Universal and Disney, and they had tickets. So
There you go.
yeah, that works, right?
Do what you can
Uh,
do.
I'm a cheapskate. That's what that is. So the Haunted Mansion is one of Disney World's most iconic attractions, renowned for its spooky ambiance and intricate storytelling. The combination of detailed theming, eerie effects, and the presence of the macabre characters that it has contributed to the belief that supernatural forces may be at play. The origins of the Haunted Mansion's concept are found in the late 50s and early 60s. Walt Disney wanted to create a haunted house attraction as part of Disneyland. His original idea was to have a spooky walkthrough experience, but as technology evolved and Disney's team of Imagineers grew, the concept evolved into a more elaborate and immersive ride. It officially opened its doors on October 1st, 1971, captivating visitors with its spooky but charming atmosphere. The ride's popularity has endured. Its appeal is a testament to the careful balance of storytelling, technology, and immersive design that Disney is known for.
So is spooky and charming sparming?
Bombing or chooky?
Oh, I don't know.
Chooky sounds like a really late bad night after drinking in college.
They
I'm feeling
both sound
chooky.
wrong.
So there are numerous accounts from both employees and visitors that suggest the Haunted Mansion may be host to more than just animatronic ghosts, and these encounters often leave folks with a lingering sense of unease. So the Haunted Mansion is known for that theme, but and you'll hear this from all kinds of people. Disney will not officially acknowledge any paranormal activity anywhere across the park, and I'll mention this at the end, but so there have been various stories.
Losers.
Right? There have been various stories and anecdotes shared. So here are some of the more common ghostly rumors and experiences associated with the Haunted Mansion. The first one's the Ghostly Boy. One of the most well-known stories involves a photograph taken on the ride that allegedly shows a young boy sitting next to a visitor. However, this story is widely regarded as a hoax, and the boy is likely just another visitor or a reflection. Sounds like an easy way out. Number two, cold spots. Some visitors claim to have felt sudden drops in temperature while in certain parts of the attraction, which they attribute to ghostly presences. But these fluctuations in temperature can be explained by the air conditioning system. I mean, you really can't see the air conditioning system. That's the point. So it's possible. Moving items. There have been reports of items moving on their own in the ride vehicles or within the attraction scenes. But there's also special effects of things moving. So,
yeah.
And then the haunted exit. Some visitors claim to have seen or felt ghostly apparitions as they exit the attraction. So Disney's known for that attention to detail and storytelling. So that creates this atmosphere where visitors feel as if they're experiencing something when might not be the case. In terms of possible explanations of all of that, some attribute it to vivid imaginations, the power of suggestion. Others propose other explanations rooted in the technical systems of the park. It's just a combination of special effects, lighting, audio design that create this illusion of paranormal encounters.
Or is it the power of Christ that compels you?
I don't know. Not since Disney started having Pride Day. So.
True.
Yeah. I mean, good on you, Disney.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You keep fighting that good DeSantis fight. Fucking idiot. Picking a fight with a mouse.
Start paying your actors properly, but whatever.
Well, there's that too. Yes, I agree with that, especially your costumed characters. I am biased. So the next one's Pirates of the Caribbean. And the legacy of that basically is it's an attraction that takes guests on a swashbuckling adventure through pirate-infested Caribbean, depending on how you say it, world. It opened in 1973, so 2 years after the Haunted Mansion. And, they basically, Disney envisioned the boat ride that would take visitors through this series of scenes depicting pirates, treasure, nautical stuff. The boat ride involves a fluid ride system, which carries guests through various scenes, right?
It was wonderful.
And that was designed to provide a seamless and immersive experience. So it kind of started there, which is funny because I didn't realize that it started there until I started doing this research, because it's definitely at Busch Gardens as well. There's that fluid system. on a ride called Curse of Pompeii, I think it is.
Oh wow, that'd be cool.
Oh, it's a nifty ride. It's definitely older, but it's a nifty ride. And it ends in a big old drop at the end.
I like
Like a
that.
water drop. Yeah. So the boats move gently through the water. The visitors get to feel as if they're part of it. There are numerous reports of strange occurrences. The first one being the ghost on the ride photo. As you can tell, this is a lot like the boy photo.
Yeah.
A photograph taken by the visitor during the ride that appears to show a mysterious figure or ghost in the background. However, this story is widely regarded again as a hoax. Then there's Red the Pirate. In recent years, the addition of the character Red, a fierce and independent pirate, has led to rumors of her being a ghost or supernatural entity. Red can be seen in various scenes throughout the ride, interacting with other characters and guests. That's kind of cool, though. I like that they added like
Yeah.
a continued character throughout. Floating candle in the burning city scene. Some visitors have claimed to see a floating candle in the scene where the city's burning, but again, the attraction. And then
Exactly.
you've got some guests that have reported hearing strange noises, whispers, laughter as they pass through different scenes. And then there's a ride. The ride's combination of darkness, moving boats, dynamic scenes can actually create illusions or misperceptions that visitors interpret as well. So that's pretty much what they kind of limited to. It's kind of hard to say that you see something when there's such low lighting and
Yeah.
you've got the sounds going, the atmospheric effects, captivating audio. There's a heightened sense of imagination, right? Because our heightened state. I mean, whether you want there to be or not, whether you know exactly what's happening or not. I mean, you're put into that environment.
Yeah, for sure.
And so the next one that we have is the Tower of Terror. So the Tower of Terror is a drop tower ride that immerses guests in a narrative set in the Hollywood Tower Hotel. Uh, the Tower of Terror was opened in '94. It combines elements of suspense, storytelling, visual effects to create this eerie and unsettling experience. The ambiance and history of the attraction have sparked rumors. So, in terms of the early concepts and design of this, the concept for the Tower of Terror was inspired by the success of the Twilight Zone television series, which featured episodes that often explored eerie stuff. Disney's Imagineers saw an opportunity to create an attraction that brought the suspense and mystery of the Twilight Zone to life. And I can't remember whether this predated or if the movie, the TV movie predated, because there was a Tower of Terror like TV movie.
Interesting.
Not amazing, but for what it
it
was, right?
it happens.
It wasn't bad. So the Imagineers actually collaborated with Rod Serling for this, who was the narrator and creator of the Twilight Zone.
Oh wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, and so they were
Known
they were really
progressive.
yeah, they were really trying to kind of ensure that the ride captured that essence of the series. And his voice was used for the attraction's narration, which gave a direct connection to the show. So they actually were able to use him.
That's really, really cool.
Yeah, I really like that fact. So the Tower of Terror was designed to be more than just a drop tower ride. It tells the story of a fictional Hollywood tower, a once glamorous establishment that was struck by lightning on a stormy night in 1939. The lightning caused an elevator to plummet, resulting in mysterious disappearance of its passengers. The hotel was subsequently abandoned, and the ride takes visitors back in time to experience the events of that fateful night. And so the cool thing about these vehicles, if you haven't been there, they move horizontally, they move vertically, they move around within the build. It's really cool. And it gives me actual pause to think about, well, what if it doesn't actually attach to the vertical part the right way? But here we are.
Yeah, that Amber wasn't willing to ride that one.
That's fair. I get it. I mean, especially when you get to the top and they lower the wall and you can see out.
Yeah. And
It's
I'm
just
not
like,
sure actually what park that's in because we missed one of the parks
it's in the
because of
Hollywood.
the hurricane. Ah, yes, we missed that and the one of the parks from Universal because that was the days that the hurricane was rolling in and we had to flee the state.
Well, I mean, nowadays you just want to flee without a hurricane.
Yeah.
So there's other things, in terms of this ride that create this they just create they give everybody a reason to find and see everything, whether it's in their imagination or not. So you've got the detailed theming. It was opened July 22nd, 1994, more specifically. And let's see. It's also expanded to other parks. So it did so well in Disney Hollywood Studios, it was introduced into Disney California Adventure and Tokyo Disney Sea. And each version has its own unique storyline and theming, but it keeps the same core of the original attraction.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, so there's the first thing in terms of ghostly manifestations, you got the ghost of Dolly. One of the most well-known stories involves a character named Dolly who is rumored to have died in the
Martin.
Hollywood right? Hollywood Tower Hotel when it was struck by lightning. According to the myth, Dolly's ghost haunts the ride, and some visitors claim to have seen her or experienced her presence. But it's probably just a story that was made up in order to increase the attraction's spooky theme.
Oh, probably.
There's also visitors who have reported their cameras or electronic devices malfunctioning while on the Tower of Terror, which is a suggestion of the presence of supernatural forces. But I mean, and maybe. I
Yeah. Who
mean,
knows?
the explanation that they have here, which is technical glitches are common with electronic devices and various elements, that's very coincidental if it's more than one person or 10. So
Yeah.
who knows? Again, you have the whole strange sounds, whispers, seeing shadows thing, but that's kind of the point. We've got the whole mysterious. This is a real theme around Disney, was the mysterious photo captures, seeing
Yeah.
things, But psychologists suggest the Tower of Terror's ability to evoke fear and anticipation plays a significant role in the perceived ghostly encounters. And the combination of psychological priming, anticipation of the unknown, attraction's intricate theming creates an environment where the mind can easily fabricate supernatural experiences. So that immersive storytelling again. So in terms of investigating the supernatural, over the years, several paranormal investigators and enthusiasts have conducted studies and investigations in an attempt to validate the hauntings in Disney World. These investigations employed techniques like EVP, EMF, infrared photography. Some investigators claim to have captured evidence. Skepticism is still there, and critics basically say that the findings are environmental and psychological biases, and it's not actually something that's real. Like I mentioned before, the Walt Disney Company denies the existence of supernatural activity in its parks. Disney maintains that any reported hauntings are purely fictional and part of the immersive storytelling and theming of their attractions. The company the company takes pride in creating immersive experiences that blur the line between fantasy and reality, but maintains that the alleged hauntings are not based on actual paranormal occurrences. I think, like, I understand why they make that kind of stance,
Yeah.
but also you can't clear 25,000 acres, find stuff, and move
Yeah.
it, and then not have the possibility. So I don't know. I think anything's possible. I think to make a flat out denial, methinks the mouse protest is too much.
I
Um,
agree.
I can't believe it took me this long to do this, but oh boy, um, gosh. So in terms of uh, Walt and his presence, uh, you know, as the visionary, he had a huge love for his creation and a deep passion for the storytelling. He died in 1966. A lot of people think his spirit still remains connected to the parks. Numerous accounts suggest that his presence can be felt in various locations, including his former apartment above the firehouse on Main Street, USA, in the Magic Kingdom.
And I mean, they feed that flame too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure.
Leaving the light on.
Right. So one of the things that I love, and I'm going to take a brief sidestep for a second. I didn't write this, but you know how in Disney World, you might know this story or the reasoning, but in Disney World, anybody who works there, they always point with two fingers.
No.
Okay, so they always point with two fingers, and the reason is twofold. One, because pointing's rude, but two, because in all of Walt's photos, he's pointing with two fingers.
Oh,
Now,
Jesus.
here's the important part to know about this, though. The reason Walt's pointing with two fingers is because he always had a cigarette in his hand. But they photoshopped the cigarette out. So it looks like he's just pointing with two fingers. Oh,
wow.
Oh, it makes me laugh. Anyway, so employees and visitors have reported experiencing unexplained phenomena associated with Walt's presence. They claim to have seen a shadowy figure resembling Walt in his apartment window, probably due to that light being on. Others report hearing his distinctive voice or smelling his signature pipe tobacco scent near the firehouse, which they could pipe in if they wanted. They pipe scents in all over the place in that
Oh,
park.
gotcha.
So if those are true, it's a reminder of Walt's spirit and his presence. I mean, he did spend so much time in that park. It would not surprise me.
The fact that they won't allow cigarettes or anything in their movies anymore for any Disney or Fox productions, basically,
right,
would make it weird that they pipe in a smell. But yeah.
So some skeptics argue that the sightings and encounters regarding Walt are attributed to Walt's spirit are mere fabrications fueled by reverence for the man and a desire for the connection with Disney's founder. Others suggest that the experiences could be a form of collective consciousness, where the deep admiration and emotional connection to Walt's legacy creates kind of a shared belief in his ongoing presence. Either way, there's speculation, personal interpretation, fabrication, whatever. A lot of shuns. So there are some unsolved mysteries, other alleged hauntings. For instance, Cinderella's castle, basically the centerpiece of the Magic Kingdom. Some visitors have claimed to see ghostly figures believed to be the spirit of a young girl roaming the upper floors of the castle. That mysterious presence is often associated with the tragic story of a construction worker's daughter who lost her life during the castle's construction. The alleged sightings add to the mystique surrounding that castle. That kind of sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have Spaceship Earth. Epcot's Spaceship Earth, I didn't come here to
geodesic dome?
Yeah, thank you. Look at you. A geodesic, well, they say sphere, but dome, I think.
Oh, it's sphere, yeah.
It serves as the park's symbol. It's been linked to supernatural phenomena, reports of disembodied voices, strange lights, shadowy figures. Some enthusiasts...
And a great place to get a beer nearby.
Well, it's very true. Then there's Tom Sawyer Island. It's an immersive attraction in the Magic Kingdom.
Speaking of Rush, no, I'm kidding.
My name's Tom Sawyer. How are you?
As a Canadian, it's probably wrong that I hate Rush, but yes.
No, I get it. Prog rock. An immersive attraction in the Magic Kingdom is known for its scenic landscapes and interactive experiences, but some visitors claim to have encountered paranormal activity. Reports of ghostly apparitions, sounds, eerie sensations have been shared, heightening that island's mysterious allure.
Ooh.
Right? I had a friend of mine. Actually, you and me. We know, Ed, October.
Yes.
You saw his picture from Disney, right? He was on that island watching the fireworks from the top, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was gorgeous. I was like, man, I wish I would have thought about that.
Also known as Mr. October.
Mr. October. Yes. So the hauntings in Disney World exist. They're a captivating blend of fact and fiction. It's a result of imagination. I mean, even as, there's no definitive scientific evidence for this. Disney denies it. Whether it's real or not, they capture the minds of the people who seek for that. Some people seek for a touch of magic through princesses. Some people seek for a touch of magic through hauntings. We all kind of have our own ways of defining what magic is to us. And whether you're 8, you're 80, or in between, Disney World does hit that spot. And it's due to the fact that you still live in that world of magic as a child, or nostalgia for it, right? You want to be back there. Either way, your brain just forgets reality when you hit that park.
Yeah. Well, because life sucks.
Like that. Well, it's very true. That's very true. And it's really hard to imagine that Epcot was supposed to be a utopia of all white people at some point. So, all right, Walt. I don't know if that's true, actually. Yeah. I don't know if I remember that being true.
It might have been. Walt's got some definitely problematic history.
Yeah. Don't we all though? Don't we all? Maybe not that kind
Some
of
more than
problematic.
others.
Some more than others. But yes. So, anyways, if you see anything in Disney World, you just like drop us a line. You can say,
Yeah.
you can say F you to Mike, and then you can drop us a line about Disney World.
Sounds good to me. Yeah.
So that's the hauntings of Disney World.
Oh. Thanks for tuning in to Brew Crime. You can find us on all social media platforms at Brew Crime. We even have threads now, which I'm trying to figure out. Nah. We have a Facebook group at Brew Crime, the group. If you'd like to support the show, head to patreon.com/brewcrime now. The money goes towards upgrading our equipment and making the show that much better. You get one bonus episode a month, as well as early ad-free access to our episodes. Shout out to our Patreon supporters, True Crime Nana, Three Risen Podcast, and the Faves of Our Lives. Cheers!
Mine.
All cases in Brew Crime are written by Mike and JT or a writer we credit on the episode, and sources are put into our show notes for each episode. We always want to give credit to the people that research the cases we talk about. Check out our store at tpublic.com/stores/brew-crime-podcast, where you can purchase gear like t-shirts, phone cases, stickers, pillows, and all kinds of other cool stuff. Brew Crime's intro was created by Mike using Creative Commons Attribution licensed audio from purple-planet.com, soundbible.com, and freesoundeffects.com. Logo designed by Ben Greenberg. Thanks for listening to this episode of Brew Crime Podcast.
Hey friends, I'm Katie.
And I'm Emily.
And we're the hosts of Malice
and Mocktails,
a true crime podcast. We are just two sisters covering cases of both vintage and contemporary true crime. And because true crime can be a bit of a bummer, at the end of every episode, we share with you some of our favorite mocktail recipes. Join us every week wherever you get your podcasts. And until next time,
make good choices.
bye.
Bye.